From the beginning of time, human beings have stood and looked at the stars and contemplated the vastness of the universe. From the beginning of human history, people have searched the skies, they have felt the earth, they have looked to the water, the rain, the streams, the rivers, the lakes, the sun, the seasons, the rhythms of nature, to find out their place, to discover who they are, why they are here, and what is their place, what is their relationship to life. From ancient times, people have sat in silence and contemplated. And from those ancient times, even in the most simple of societies, people in the stillness of their being discovered their connection to the whole of life, discovered that they are a part of the seasons, of the elements, of the stars, the rising sun and the night, that all that goes on around them is in a rhythm, a pattern, and that their life is in the same rhythm, the same pattern, governed by these essential cycles and movements of nature. As societies grew and people began to develop more and more common knowledge and thus deeper understanding of the world around them, they began to look at the stars and to understand not only the influence of the rhythms of the days and nights, the seasons, the elements, but they began to see there are rhythms in the patterns of the heavenly bodies, in the stars, in the heavens, and that those rhythms affect the people, the animals, the plants, and what occurs on the earth. They began to see the patterns that express on the earth are part of a larger cosmological pattern, and that each person fits in that pattern in a unique way. Thus, the astronomy and astrology began. The study of the cosmos and the relationship of the cosmos to human life. And as time progressed, societies developed more and more collective thinking and common research and understanding. The sciences began to develop. People began to understand in greater and greater depth the nature of life itself, the patterns of the animals, how they move, how they see, how they hear, the way ecosystems evolve and function. They began to understand the air and the earth and the water, to be able to sail upon the seas and fly in the air. to go into the depths of the ocean and discover life in a different environment on this same planet and what that life is like. So the vast body of human knowledge expanded. And then, as this vast body of knowledge continued to expand, human beings began to discover the unique relationship of all of existence. And they began to discover the quantum relationships. And to recognize that consciousness, being, is more substantive than matter. And on the cutting edge of science today, this is the very thought, the realization that the theories that have based themselves in matter, that have been the foundation of science for 400 years, are outdated. And that consciousness, awareness, intelligence forms the universe around itself. That the patterns of the physical universe are within a mental framework. It is yet for science and human development to discover the nature of that mental framework, because science is hindered at this point by the limitations of the scientific theory, the scientific method. But as this problem is solved, human beings will discover that there is a mental framework, a conscious intelligence in which all of this that they have been researching and trying to understand exists. That none of these studies that they have done, whether it be studying astronomy, the depths of oceanography, biology, no sciences are unrelated. Whether the patterns form, but the source of the patterns has yet to be discovered. When science grows in magnitude, it will discover there are fundamental principles underlying the cosmos. There are three primary principles: the mutative principle, rajas, the tamasic or static principle, and the sentient principle, sattva. And that the ever complex development of these principles form a cosmological patterning from which all existence evolves within a framework of conscious intelligence. The universe is alive. It is not an uncaring, impersonal, existence outside of yourself. But it is a personal, alive intelligence around you and within you, in which all existence is strung in patterns of logic and understanding beyond the dimensional frameworks of the human mind. For this is not a flat universe, as it is not a flat earth. It is a multidimensional, multifaceted existence within a complexity of depth of psychic understanding beyond the ken of the human mind. This is Brahma. This is the cosmic mind. Infinite. Omnipresent. All-knowing being. The very substance of all life. The very substance of your existence. No being, no life form in this entire cosmos is outside of this intelligent awareness, this intelligent beingness. All has arisen and exists within the encoded patterns of creative force that play out in this cosmic intelligence of being. You are never alone. You are never without guidance. The very force that guides the stars in the heavens guides you also. Guides all beings in all places, in all dimensions, in all times, past, present, and future. All lies within this cosmic dream, this cosmic expression. You are part of a whole, part of the patterns of the molecular existence, part of the patterns of the stars in the heavens, part of the patterns of the seasons, and the elements. It is all a pattern, and your very existence is also a pattern. You think yourself separate, but there is no separateness. Only patterns within patterns, within one existence, one infinite, intelligent consciousness, beingness. And all intelligent beingness reflects this, like the moon reflected in countless puddles after a rain. So this cosmic beingness is reflected in the conscious awareness of intelligent beings. And as mind grows in magnitude, the degree of reflection, the clarity of that reflection grows and grows. But what is to reflect but the one eternal self? That is the self of all beings, the self of yourself. So never be discouraged or downhearted, or at least if you are, not for long. Because know that you are part of something truly great, and that your nature is one with this cosmic source. All right? All right.